Wood.
Hey, there she is.
Yeah.
There she is. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I was watching your tweets. I like following you on Twitter, and I saw that you were doing this. Were you on a bus for a while?
I was.
Well, so I always think that's interesting when superstars go out and kind of re-grind it out again on a bus.
Well, that's how I've always toured. I mean, other than the Garth tour, which is a whole different thing, but on my tours, I've always busted because it's like the best way to get from A to B. This was a little different because we went to my hometown in Monticello, Georgia. We started there on the album release date, and we retraced my route that I drove from my hometown to here when I was 19 to like come to Nashville and make all my dreams come true. You know, so we kind of retraced the route and stopped along the way and did some signings and stuff, and it was cool.
That's so cool. What is it like when you go back to Monticello, Georgia?
You know, if you could picture sort of like Mayberry, it's kind of one of those towns. If my cousin Vinny was filmed in my hometown, so the square and the courthouse and all that, if you've ever seen that movie, that's my hometown. When they know you're coming home, they paint in the windows, "Welcome home, Trisha." It's very, I mean, it's really like a thing, and it's the best. It was the best place to grow up, and they're still family. You're not just raised in a small town by your parents. You're raised by the whole town, and they're all still there. And so, you know, I knew almost everybody in line, you know, that stood there for an autograph. So it was a long day.
Is there a Trisha Yearwood street?
There is. It's called the Trisha Yearwood Parkway. It's very small. The sign's almost bigger than the street. Actually, it should be Trisha Yearwood Lane or something, but it's the Parkway.
When did they dedicate that to you?
About 15 years ago. Yeah, something like that.
Did you go for that, or
I
just
did,
just
yeah.
go? Let me know when it's done.
No, there's a big celebration on the square. There's a declaration by the mayor, the whole bit. You know.
That's so cool. Do you find when you go home, because this happens to me a little bit, where I have all these cousins I didn't know I had all of a sudden. We're like, oh, you know what? I'm related. Your Aunt Nancy has a cousin, and I'm his kid, and I'm your cousin.
Yep.
It's like a 23andMe, but in real life.
Right, and you really can't say, I don't think that's right, because it could be. You know, it's possible. You know, especially I met a couple of Yearwoods, and my dad was an only child, so I don't know much about his side of the family. And I'm not going to say, if your last name is Yearwood, you're probably related to me, so I'm just going to let that one go.
That's awesome that you go back home and you did it that way.
Yeah, it was really cool, I got to say. I mean, it was the kind of town where you go in and they've had a barbecue on the square so that everybody can eat while they're waiting in line. They're passing out water and pizza, and there's a girl that I went to school with who won Cupcake Wars. She made cupcakes for everybody. And
Someone you went to school with won Cupcake
Mm-hmm.
Wars? Does she have a lane? Does she have?
Yeah, Parkway.
She should. She totally should. She was like, when I was a kid, she was the youngest daughter. She was way younger than me, and her last name is Kelly, her first Susan was the sister I knew. She was a little girl, and I saw her and I'm like, I recognize her, and like, yeah, she won Cupcake Wars. I'm like, that is so cool. So, yeah.
And I wonder if she has beef with you since you have a cooking show. I wonder if she's like,
Probably. She's really cute too. She looks better than me. She's younger than me. She won Cupcake Wars. I mean,
put out a diss track. That's fun, huh? Trisha's got a new record out, by the way. It's called Every Girl. It came out on Friday. So we're still in the cycle here. So what I'm
Yes.
saying is people need to stream it, download it,
Please,
buy
please,
it.
please. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we're still in that first week cycle. That's exciting for you because it's been a while since you put out a country record.
Yeah, it has been, and it's also been a while. I mean, Every Girl in This Town. You know, the first time I heard it on the radio was you playing it. We talked. I called you. There's been excitement about this song, which has kind of created this whole energy around the album release that I wasn't necessarily expecting. So it's been really, like, just everything's been icing on the cake. It's been so fun, and the reaction's been cool. This was the first weekend getting out to see people, to really hear people's stories of that song, and how it's just been pretty powerful to hear people talk about how they see themselves in the song and how it makes them feel, and it's just been cool.
And it's a cool way for me to play it. Trisha's going to be here. We're going to come back and talk a little more. And then, surprise for all of us, she brought a player, and she's going to sing for us.
Treat.
Which I wouldn't have asked. It's early in the morning, and I was happy you were coming, and then you show up with a guitar and a player. And
I mean, I don't have to sing.
no,
if
no,
you-
no! Whoa! I'll tell you what. I went to ACM Honors, which you were there,
Yes.
and you weren't there when I was, because they had me do like 15 minutes of stand up to open the show, and I did a joke about you.
I heard you call me out about some kind of country fried steak or something.
Sort of. It's my only joke. Here's my joke.
Okay, I want
right?
to hear it.
It
'cause
wasn't
I
about
heard
you.
it secondhand.
Is it okay? I said, hey, I've grown a lot since moving to Nashville. I've not always seen eye to eye with every artist. There's one artist in particular. And the room's like, ooh, who's he going to go after, right? Because I have history back in the day. And I said, I'm looking at you, Trisha Yearwood. And they're all going, oh. And I said, you never gave me credit for using my chicken fried steak recipe on your cooking show. And it did moderately well. It wasn't my best joke.
Well, they told me about that, and when I came out, I almost like called you out, and then I thought, I'm honoring somebody else. I probably shouldn't be like bantering with Bobby Bones right now, but I wanted to.
That's the kind of beef I want to be in.
yeah.
Literal.
Right, literal
Yes,
beef.
about beef. Is there a such thing as plagiarizing recipes though?
Yeah. I mean,
Really?
yes, you have to be careful, but something like that. I actually don't have a chicken fried steak recipe in my cookbooks because we didn't make that growing up. But yes, I mean, there's some things like fried chicken, basically, like every Southern woman I know makes it basically the same way. So there's, most of us have some of those similar recipes. But you have to be really careful. We test everything, we vet everything to make sure there's not anything out there like it. Because a lot of those, especially those basic Southern recipes, there's going to be 100 versions of those. So you got to make sure that you don't accidentally have the same recipe as so-and-so. And you really have to change a process or an amount in the recipe. And you can tweak a recipe a little bit and get away with it. But you have to be careful.
Anyone ever stolen yours and you've been like, that's my recipe, they're saying
Oh,
it's-
yeah, I've totally seen it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you know how people always post on social media. You'll see on Facebook or Twitter. You'll see like my blah blah blah. I'm like, that is mine.
I didn't know
But
that
I
was
just
a
let
thing.
it go. I let it go because the whole concept for me of sharing recipes in a cookbook is because I want everybody to make the recipes. So I don't really care. Like if like when people go, I make your blah 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 and take it to my covered dish every Sunday, but I always credit you. I'm like, it's yours now. You made it. You tell them it's yours. Like, so I'm okay with that.
But what if they're on Instagram going, this is my recipe and I'm a food blogger and it's your exact recipe? Do you cease and desist them? Ooh.
I haven't ceased and desisted,
Such a
but I'm going to
baller
go
move
home
if
and
you
do
do
that
that.
right
Yes.
now.
But if someone put it in there, they published it or something, or they used it and they're like, I'm coming out with a cookbook, and they.
Yeah,
Stole
I'm
her.
sure that's happened.
Oh,
I'm
She
sure.
knows it's happened.
That makes me think of the Friends episode. Do you watch Friends, Trisha?
Yeah, I did, back in the day.
Phoebe has this awesome chocolate chip cookie recipe from her grandma, and it's really just the back of the Nestle's.
Yeah, it's
Nestle's chocolate chips, but Phoebe never really put two and two together. But yeah,
this
But
fall,
I feel, and also if you have a recipe that's great and I want to use it, or I just want to make it, I don't need to put it in a book if it's your family, blah blah blah. But if you won't give it to me, then I'm really determined to figure out how to make it, and then I'm going to make it, and then I'm going to put it in a book.
reverse engineer it.
Yes, and I have done that many times.
Your first solo tour in 5 years. The
Yes.
Every Girl on Tour kicks off October 3rd with a special 3-night engagement with the Nashville Symphony at the Schermerhorn Symphony Center. I'm amazed by this because whenever someone like yourself plays with the symphony, that is all about the people coming to the show because it's expensive to hire an orchestra. And that's you going, I just want to have this a special show more than anything else.
Yeah, and I'm excited about it. It's an amazing venue to play. The sound is incredible. It's going to give me a really cool opportunity to do the Sinatra stuff, and then do
So
a
cool.
changeover and we have a lot of cool arrangements we have a really cool symphony arrangement for Walkaway Joe. We even for like Rungs Out of Memphis, because we did some symphony shows back in the day, and so I think it's gonna be really fun.
So cool. 22 cities on this tour. A lot of our cities that listen here. So if you're in Boston or Chicago or St. Louis, New York, Cleveland, we're in so many of our cities. Trisha's going to be there. TrishaYearwood.com/tour. And by the way, Amy, you and Trisha will be out Thursday, huh?
yeah,
Doing the theater in LA.
that's right.
Yep,
Yes.
we are. I'm gonna be seeing Amy.
Look at you guys. You can watch it at LiveXLive, at LiveXLive, which is Live by Live.
Yep.
Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to remind people one more time that the album Every Girl is out now. We played the single, but you're going to come back and you're going to play for us, which
Yeah.
we've never had happen before. And we didn't even know you were doing
You
it.
really haven't had this happen before?
Not with you.
Yeah,
Oh,
you.
yeah, that's true.
We've had people
I
come
mean,
by and
other
play
artists,
before.
yes,
What
that's
if nobody's ever played and this is the first performance ever on our show?
Like, 'cause I'm pretty sure my daughter did, but
yes.
I was like, I'm not going to call you out on it, but I think.
I mean,
No,
even Garth has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for you, you've never played for us.
Well, I'm excited.
okay.
I'm honored.
We're gonna come back. Trisha's here. We're gonna play some of the songs from the new record, and we'll get something old too, if that's okay.
Yeah,
Old
whatever you want.
All right, cool. Back in a second with Trisha Yearwood, Bobby Bone Show. Had to have some live music. Pretty cool, huh?
Yes, love it.
Let me say this. In honor of their 50th anniversary, Cracker Barrel is celebrating women in country music through their 5 decades One Voice campaign. Cracker Barrel has partnered with legendary female country music artists to empower the next generation of women in country music. Each artist has selected emerging female artists or songwriters that they want to lift up and mentor. And so, what about you? Who did you team up with?
I teamed up with the writers of Every Girl in This Town, so Connie Harrington, Caitlin Smith, and Eric Dillon, who became the honorary chick songwriter for the song.
You know, I'm often an honorary chick, so I get it.
You get it, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wanted to showcase them because this was a song that was written and was in town for about 5 years. And so I think everything kind of happens when it's supposed to.
I love Caitlin, too. She's a friend.
Yeah, she's awesome. That's what, this song is not easy to sing, and that's partly because she's got such a range that a lot of people just are like, we love the song, but we can't record it because we can't sing it.
Yeah, that's a thing, huh? I
It
guess
is a
if it's
thing.
sang so tough.
Yeah.
And like Natalie Hemby and Hillary Lindsay. Her
Yeah.
songs are hard to sing for people too.
Yeah. I mean, there's some, like, when I was listening to songs for this album, just the demos, the singer songwriters in this town, the females, it's fierce. There's some amazing talent.
The 5 Decades One Voice campaign looks back at 5 decades of women in country music. Trisha, I'll ask you, who's been like a personal influence to you?
Well, my biggest musical influence was Linda Ronstadt and still is, and she and I become friends, which is surreal to me. Just the power in her voice. I'm really honored. Loretta Lynn has been a big part of this Cracker Barrel thing, and Loretta is like, you know, when we talk today about women in country music and how hard it is to get played on the radio and all that stuff, Loretta's got to be sitting there going, "Girl, like you guys have no idea. Like just be quiet and sing." Like she, you know, traveling, touring. Talk about touring on a bus, touring in a car, and they're just a handful of girls on the radio. Most of them didn't even get last names. So she's amazing.
Trisha Yearwood is here. Her album is out called Every Girl. I suggest you give it a listen. We played Every Girl in this town. You know what song that I love, and I don't know if you played this or not, but Bible in a 44. Like, tell me about that song.
Ashley McBryde wrote this song about her dad, and what I think is amazing, what shows the true talent of a songwriter, is most people who've heard this song see their dads in it, especially girls, like their daddy's little girl. And so to be able to it to be so personal to me, even though I didn't write it, is the mark, I think, of a great songwriter.
Now, do you play this? Can you guys play this?
Yeah, we do. I mean, I did. I actually. I'm not going to play it. Johnny's going to play it. Johnny Garcia, my new guitar player, has been with me since '91. So you know,
Your new
he's,
guitar player. Look at you, Johnny. How are you, bud? You good? Yeah. Trisha Yearwood, let me do a couple plugs here. Every Girl, the record, and also she's going out on tour. She's doing 22 cities. TrishaYearwood.com/tour. And then this Thursday night, which is September 5th, Amy's going out to LA to do this.
I am.
Look at you. You're taking her out of the show.
I know. I'll bring her
So
back.
there's
It's
some-
worth it.
Okay. Take care of her.
I will. I promise. I got her.
At 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, iHeart Country with Amy hosts a very special Every Girl album release party, and it'll be streamed at LiveX Live, so you can watch it. It'll be good, huh? Mm-hmm. You tell me.
Yeah, of
Oh
course.
yeah. Of course. We're gonna have a great time.
Let me run this by you. What's the last concert you've had to buy tickets for, Trisha?
Oh my.
You're pretty cool. Cool people don't buy tickets very often.
I know. I'm pretty cool. I didn't buy tickets to Lizzo. I didn't buy tickets to go see Michelle Obama. I bought tickets to. I don't know,
Oh,
Well, she didn't even have to buy tickets to Lizzo.
yeah, she's cool.
but I would.
Yeah.
She's cool.
I know.
Last movie you saw in a theater, Trisha?
A Star Is Born.
Okay, and you thought it was?
I loved it.
Okay.
But like you go to the movie theater with everybody else, or you and Garth
Oh,
just
yeah.
rent it?
No.
That's not a crazy question. Yeah.
I know.
Or you just drive and be like, I'll buy that one.
Did you go see it?
I'd like to go to a movie by the Cinemark.
Would you go? Did you go with Garth? Or-
Yeah.
What? Could you imagine?
I'm not going to tell you where we go, but
Yeah,
we go
yeah.
to.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, but that's crazy.
Yeah, no, you go in, you buy your ticket, you get your popcorn, you go sit in the.
Oh, we're familiar with the process. We just
we didn't know
paid
y'all.
for our tickets. We bought our tickets.
Yeah. Okay. Trisha Yearwood, check out the record, check out the song, check out the tour. I'm so thankful that you came and played. I'm so thankful to see your face.
Same here. So happy to see you always.
Big fan.
All you guys.
All right, we'll be back in just a minute. Thanks, Trisha.
Thank you.
It's a